Welcome to a club for people who love good movies. Use the links in the description to navigate the list of films quickly.
About time. When Tim Blake is 21, his father tells him a secret. The man in their family can travel through time. Although he can change history, Tim resolves to improve his life by getting a girlfriend. He meets Mary, falls in love, and finally wins her heart via time travel and a little cunning. However, as his unusual life progresses, Tim finds that his special ability can shield him and those he loves from the problems of ordinary life. The Maze Runner. Thomas, a teenager, arrives in a glade at the center of a giant labyrinth. Like the other youth dumped there before him, he has no memory of his previous life. Thomas quickly becomes part of the group and soon after demonstrates a unique perspective that scores him as promotion or honor status. Those who patrol the always changing maze to find an escape route. Together with Tessa, the only female, Thomas tries to convince his cohorts that he knows a way out. The best offer. Virgil Oldman, the director of the entertainment auction house, falls in love with a reclusive young heiress. After he shows her his priceless collection of portraits, she soon disappears with all of his paintings. Movie for 3. 12 directors, including Peter Farrelly, Griffin Dunne, and Brad Fraser, contributed to this collection of outrageous spoofs and stories. A seemingly perfect man has an unusual blemish on his neck. In The Catch, superheroes attend a speed dating event on Robin's big speed date. Two people on a blind date tried to break the ice by playing Truth or Dare. Other stories include I Babe, The Proposition, Beazle, and Victory's Glory. The Great Gatsby. Midwest native Nick Carraway arrives in 1922 New York in search of the American dream. Nick, a would-be writer, moves in next door to millionaire Jay Gatsby and crosses the bay from his cousin Daisy and her philandering husband Tom. Thus Nick becomes drawn into the captivating world of the wealthy, and as he bears witness to their illusions and deceits, pens a tale of impossible love, dreams, and tragedy.
The Kissing Booth. A pretty teenage girl who has never been kissed finds her life turned totally upside down when she decides to run a kissing booth and unexpectedly ends up locking lips with her secret crush. The Dreamers. In May 1968, the student riots in Paris only exacerbate the isolation felt by three youths: an American exchange student named Matthew and twins Theo and Isabel. Having bonded over their mutual love of cinema, Matthew is fascinated by the sense of intimacy shared by Isabel and Theo, who were born conjoined. When the twins' Bahamian parents go away for a month, they ask Matthew to stay at their place, and the three lose themselves in fantasy. The Notebook. In 1940s South Carolina, Milwaukee known Calhoun, Royal Gosling, and rich girl Ellie Rachel McAdams are desperately in love, but her parents don't approve. When Non goes off to serve in World War II, it seems to mark the end of their love affair. In the interim, Ellie becomes involved with another man, James Marsden. But when Non returns to their small town years later, on the cusp of Ellie's marriage, it soon becomes clear that their romance is anything but over. Pride and Prejudice. In this adaptation of Jane Austen's beloved novel, Elizabeth Bennet lives with her mother, father, and sisters in the English countryside. At the eldest, she faces mounting pressure from her parents to marry. When the outspoken Elizabeth is introduced to the handsome and upper-class Mr. Darcy, sparks fly. Although there is obvious chemistry between the two, Daisy's overly reserved nature threatens the fledgling's relationship. Forrest Gump. Slow-witted Forrest Gump has never thought of himself as disadvantaged, and thanks to his supportive mother, he leads anything but a restrained life. Whether dominating on the gridiron as a college football star, fighting in the Vietnam, or obtaining a shrimp boat, Forrest inspires people with his childlike optimism. But one person Forrest cares about most may be most difficult to see: his childhood love, the sweet but troubled